So you want to score more goals and you've watched countless videos on YouTube and other platforms to try to improve your shooting technique. But for some reason, it might not be working. So why is that? While it's important to focus on technique, to know how to hit with your laces, to know how to find that finesse far post, to hit a knuckleball, to score those free kicks, to hit those volleys, those are all important. But unfortunately, the way you're training probably doesn't align with what a game looks like. It's all well and good to know different shooting techniques, but you need to train in situations that are realistic to the game, because it's not realistic to put a ball down and just shoot from 20 yards with your laces. You're very rarely going to have an opportunity in game where it happens, where you have a static ball all the time in the world and you can take your time with hitting that shot. So in this video, we're not going to talk specifically about the exact techniques that you need to use. We're just going to talk about how you can score more goals. Number one, and often disregarded, you need to focus on the touch that sets up the shot. If you're going out and training with a static ball and you're just leaving it there and hitting the ball over and over again on repeat, that's not going to be a situation that you see in game. What you're going to see in game is you're going to either receive a cross, a pass, or a deflection from an opposition defender that's going to set up your shot. So you need to train for these specific moments. If you're a target number 9, you need to train on finishing off of crosses. You don't need to set the ball down from different zones and hit a static ball. You need to train finishing under pressure from crosses, from that ball being pinged into your foot, or from pressing a defender. At the highest level, the vast majority of goals are scored with 1 or 2 touches. So you need to be on your toes, ready to receive, and be receiving the ball in a situation where you're facing the goal and you can find a one-touch finish. Now, this doesn't always happen. You can't always find a one-touch finish, but if you can't find it in 1 touch, you have to find it in 2. So can you put pressure on yourself? Can you have a standard for yourself in training that you're going to put yourself in situations where you find that finish in 2 touches or less? All right. Even if you score an absolute banger in training and it took you 3 or 4 touches to do so, hold yourself to a higher standard, expect more of yourself, and find that goal in 1 or 2 touches, which requires that first touch to set up the second. Number 2, a lot of players think about shooting and they think about strength associated with shooting. But you do not need to be an extremely physical and strong athlete to find a strong shot. A lot of the best finishers that I've seen, they can be skinny, they can look unassuming, they can look like they're not this highest level athlete, but they know how to use their body and use their momentum to find that finish. In particular, one thing that I see a lot is a player might run up to the ball at 100%, but with that last 1 or 2 steps, they slow down to 70%. And right there, you're losing 30% of your shot power as you slow down because you're not comfortable finding that finish with 1 touch at full speed. So can you work on running full speed through those shots? When you build that momentum, there's a reason for it. You shouldn't build that momentum just to let it go or just to let a defender keep going at full speed through the ball. A lot of times, you're not even going to get a shot off because if you're going at 100%, the defender is as well. And when you slow down at the end to try to find that finish, that defender's barreling through at full speed to put a tackle in. So the way you transfer that energy from your body to the ball is extremely important. So we talked about momentum, but then the mechanics of shooting, it's not just about the strength of your quad or the strength of your ankle. The way that you hit the ball requires everything from your chest down. You should be engaging your core every time that you strike. So much of that strength of your shot should come from that snap in your hips and driving through with the strength of your leg all the way down to your toes, keeping that ankle locked and driving through the ball. So making sure that your chest is over the ball, you're not just swinging at it with the leg, you're going through that ball with everything that you have. So work on those mechanics, not just the technique of laces or inside of the foot or trivela. Now, regarding specific ways to improve that shooting and that decision making, you can do free dribbling at the top of the box. So set out a bunch of cones or set out no cones and imagine there are defenders there getting quick touches in and out, exploding with a strong touch and going at full speed through that ball as you strike. Another thing you can do is working from the side of one of the boxes, ping it into a rebounder or a teammate can play that ball into you, you receive across your body and you cut in, find a finesse back post or use your laces high near post. Whatever you're doing to improve your shooting, it just needs to be realistic. It needs to require a ball coming at you, whether that's a pass from a teammate or you pinging it into a rebounder and receiving it and driving it goal. You need to make sure you're moving at a high pace. You're not going at 70% or 50%. However you train, whatever percent effort you put into that training is a percentage you can expect to get out. So if you're going and spending an hour of your time and you're putting in 70% effort, you're missing out on extra work that you could have accomplished in that time and extra improvement that you're just not going to see in game. So to keep it simple, you need to train at 100% effort. Treat every shot individually as if it's extremely important. Treat every shot in training as if you're trying to score that game-winning goal. Develop that mentality and make sure you're receiving a ball that's moving and you're hitting a ball that's moving. So this was a quick video, but hopefully it helped you to change your mindset a little bit about shooting. It's not all about a specific shot type or technique with laces or inside of the foot or another technique. It's about the mindset that you have going into it. Can you receive a ball that's moving, and can you get through a ball with your momentum, with your chest over the ball and driving through the ball with a strong technique that involves your whole body? Don't just put a ball down and be hitting shots with the strength of your leg. Be moving, be receiving under different situations, because that's what you're going to see in game. Now, if you made it this far, make sure you like and subscribe, because I post weekly content that'll help you become a better footballer. And while you're here, let me know, did this video help you change your mindset a little bit about shooting? And I'll catch you in the next video.